Second, my OBS is... Alright, my OBS is
So
good.
Are you both
This is very
recording?
loud.
We are both
Who's that?
recording.
Yes.
Excellent. Hello, friends.
Hi.
Welcome back to New Orleans by Night. Unfortunately, our last session, due to nobody's faults but technology's, was corrupted. So this is... Yes, this is a recap of the things that happened. We still have a full written recap, but this is an opportunity for us to redo some of the most prominent scenes. And sort of, have just sort of, just go over the most important scenes as well as add things that we might have missed the first time around.
Embellish a little bit if we would.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
So, we'll start at the very beginning with...
Bang, big bang.
We'll start at the beginning. Well, how would you guys like to do this? We can just go scene for scene and recap the whole, like, redo all of the scenes. Sort of like reading from a script vaguely, or we just sort of have a highlights reel. We won't redo the fight, unfortunately.
That's fine.
We can do the highlights reel.
If I may, I suggest that we read out. Okay, sorry, guys. Yawning. I need to get my coffee. But I suggest that we read out the recap verbatim and add small cliff notes themes and clips of what we can remember and what we, think works best in the situation for narrative's perspective.
I agree.
Alright, so we start at the very beginning, with Alistair headed to the location that Ophelia wrote down on the address for Alistair to check out ahead of time and prepare. Upon reaching the location, it's a dive bar, an active one. Do we remember the name of the dive bar?
No. I don't think we gave it a name. Did we give it a name?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we didn't give it a name because I'm not even joking. The character that is in here normally, Tulip, she's usually in Broken, and other places I put her in, but now she's not.
Congratulations. Cliff
I have
note.
an idea.
That's the name.
I submit the name Foggy Days.
Foggy.
I submit the name The Grimchurch Meadow.
I
That sounds better.
I love that.
I submit the name. I submit the name. The Shadow Rose Bush.
I like the Grim.
That's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, that's fair. Scuttles off.
Grumble.
Grumble scuttles off angrily.
Keep it for another one. There will be dive bars aplenty, I assure you.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Dive bar episode.
Alistair, yeah. So Alistair called up Ophelia to double check if it was the right address. If you would like to, if I leave a pause, I leave it open if anyone wants to chime in with the scene.
Oh, sorry. I'm literally still waking up, so...
Wake up.
No worries.
Gotta rush up a little. Wake up.
Right. Ophelia, are you sure this is the right place?
Freaky place, kind of busy. Looks like a typical dive bar.
Yes,
Yep.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yep, that's the right place. Go inside. Ask for Tulip.
Tulip, do you have any description as to what Tulip looks like?
Trust me. She'll find you. Hang on. Oh, wait, hang on. No. Oh, okay. I gotta let you go. Marcus's hands got stuck in the fucking trunk.
God damn it! Ow!
Hang on. We'll get you out. Wait. Your hands were holding the keys, weren't they? Okay,
Yes.
This is gonna take a little longer than I thought. You know what? I'll call you back.
pendejo.
Pendejo.
I love it.
One
I love the
superficial
banter.
damage was taken.
Fucking wrists are
For
bent at a
crushed fingers.
not even crushed fingers. This wrist's bent upwards at a 90-degree angle.
Oh no, I was
Oh,
that's
expecting
a visceral
across the
image.
top of the hand.
Oh yeah, just.
Yep.
Ah!
So, with that, Alistair hung up and went to one of the bartenders to ask for Tulip.
Excuse me.
Ah, yes. Can I-
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Can I help you?
Fuck.
I'm looking for someone. Do you happen to
Oh?
know a person by the name of Tulip?
Give me 1 second. The bartender leaves after tensing up, and a little while later, Alistair is tapped on the shoulder.
Ah.
You're Tulip, I assume?
Well, who else? Come now, Alistair. Now, what can I do for you?
Ophelia
Tulip.
asked me to...
Sorry. Tulip is described as what appears to be a masked woman wearing the mask of comedy, wearing a very nice suit.
You can't and also you can't tell what race. Ophelia said she, so you assume it's a woman, but you can't really tell gender, race, age, or even if they're human or not. They're just there.
Yes, Ophelia asked me to look at a room that she reserved for a certain purpose.
Oh, you're the reason. Come. I was wondering when she was gonna call on that favor. Been about 12 years now.
You've reserved a room for 12 years?
Well, you never know when someone might need something. She reserved it in the sense of she paid ahead for possibly needing to use it at some point on short notice. Paid a pretty penny for it too. Ooh.
I see.
Now, come along, and she leads down a staircase at the back of the bar, and then yes, open the door, please. Will this suffice?
Alistair looks in to see what appears to be a bare room with just a chair and a table laden with instruments that would be described as torture tools. This, I'm assuming this is what Ophelia has reserved, so yes, I believe this is correct.
Wonderful. Well then, follow me to my office. They go up to their office, pulls out a very thick file of Ophelia, and kind of, just, let's see, reservations. And there's a bunch of little tabs on it, with various things kind of written on it in like with a label maker. Yes. Let's see. Yep. Reservation is still valid. It is still valid for another 12 years. All right. When you get your targets, make sure to bring them back down the back alleyway. I would prefer if a few of my more light-born customers weren't privy to it.
Understandable.
Wonderful. Now, Get on with it. And now, closes up the file, taps it closed, puts it back into the file he kept it. Now, get on with it. Oh, and do tell the fellow and do tell the tall fellow that Tulip says hello.
I will do so.
Wonderful, Alistair. Now run along. Don't hurt yourself.
Lovely.
I know I am.
After that, Alistair headed out to meet up with the rest of the coterie, who are currently in the alleyway preparing for the fight. Molly is extremely anxious.
As like Ophelia and Marcus are walking up, listen, I said I was sorry. I wasn't paying attention, but look, your hands are fine now.
You sat on the trunk.
I was taking a phone call.
You knew I was in there.
Yes, but you're alive. Molly, are you? You don't have to do this, Molly.
I do have to. If not me, then who else?
I really wish you didn't have to. It really should be someone else.
Ophelia, if I don't do this, more girls are going to get hurt.
Yes.
And I can't have that on my conscience.
But you could get hurt, Sugar Plum.
I have you to protect me.
I mean, you could just put me in a nice dress.
You stay out of this. Get out of here. Get.
Oh,
Huh?
please stay, Everjo. All of you protect me, and I feel like I don't thank you guys enough for that.
You don't need to thank me, Molly. If I didn't protect you, what kind of a lover would I be?
You know, but you probably have better things to do than protect a squishy human.
I don't. Okay, you say this after we have spent a considerable amount of time together. We both know that's not fucking true.
Yeah, it was stupid for me to say.
Anyways. Alright. Does everybody remember the plan?
Yes.
As well as I ever will.
Good. Hang on.
Of course I remember the plan. I'll make sure to take care of Molly. I'll
Yes.
stick behind her roughly an area, and I've prepared my trailer in the back for a little safe zone if need be.
Good. Oh, right.
Are you going to put up as much of a fight about me bringing my trailer?
No, not this time. But I do have, where did I put that walkie-talkie? Oh, yeah. Shh. Rise. Come in, Rise. Are you in position?
Oh, you know I am. Why were you hiding this sweet thing from me?
Please stop this. Listen. Rise, stop. Rise, stop. Okay.
I'm fine. It's so pretty.
Rise, I beg of you. Stop. Listen. You are our eyes in the sky. Literally. I need you to be able to be the one to point out the motherfucker when shit goes wrong. Or just when you spot him. Joe will probably see them second, but you are the one that needs to direct the rest of us. Got it?
Sir, yes, sir.
I am a woman, but let's go with it.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I hate this is what this is why I hate the military.
Beast, yes, beast.
I will fucking skin you.
Try me, bitch. I might enjoy it.
I know you will. That's the only reason I won't. All right, everybody.
Molly laughs out loud at that.
All right, everybody.
Kind of nervously.
All right, everybody. Let's get into position. Molly, not that position. I mean, get into our
No!
places. Get into our places.
I wasn't even doing anything. I dropped something.
Oh, listen. With you, I never know, my love. I never know.
Depending on how this goes, maybe.
If Ophelia could blush, she would be blushing. Just. Anyways, let's go. Marcus, you're with me. Marcus, you're with me. And just grabs Marcus by the back of his like collar. Just come on, you're with me.
You
Oh,
don't gotta
Alistair,
drag me everywhere.
do you have it? Alistair, do you have it?
Have
The book that the guy was interested in.
yes, I have it here.
Alistair. Yep.
Alistair
Go on.
takes out the dupe that he had to wrangle a favor for because he had to try and request a copy of this book without asking too many questions.
And it's only the cover and the sides that look like the grimoire. Inside, just an ordinary phone book.
It's a Betty Crocker cookbook.
It looks exactly like the
Betty
grimoire
White
that
cookbook.
our target, Vincent Castle, went after. But it isn't.
Hmm.
There was also a scene with Averjo.
Yeah.
Molly.
Average
want
Joe
to see it?
pulled Molly into their trailer.
Yes.
There's a lady.
Give me a second. Coffee's being made, and it is loud. So, feel free to skip me for a second.
All right, Marcus. I'm telling you. All right, Marcus. Remember, you and I are the pincer. The second that shit starts going down, you and me are on that motherfucker. You and me are on that motherfucker like a Japanese call girl at a man who's throwing money.
Through the radio, you racist son of a bitch.
It's not racist.
No,
I've
man,
literally
nigga.
been to Japan. Marco literally held up a decent amount of money and we were swarmed. Both of my legs were broken.
Okay. Amiga. We will do this. We will do it fast. We will do it right.
Good. And remember, anything, and I mean anything, goes wrong, your priority is Molly's safety and the motherfucker that we find. If they try to escape, anything goes wrong, you prioritize them. I can handle myself. Do you get that, Rise?
Not like I can run after anyone well up here.
My
Do you
point.
think they'd notice if I tried jumping rooftops?
Rise, I wouldn't recommend it. That thing that you're carrying is already pretty heavy.
In the words of our Lord and Savior Jason Carl, you may certainly try.
They certainly do. Ophelia, I don't think Marcus has told you the amount of, well, I guess pounds, since we're in America. We were in Europe at the time. Pounds still works, though. I don't think you know how much he had me carrying.
Oh, believe me, he's gotten drunk enough to tell me how much you carried, and I wish I didn't remember.
I don't know why. I mean, it was just sandbags. What the fuck did Marcus tell you?
Claire turns off her radio, just
All shouting heard from above.
just 150 feet away on a rooftop. Well, we'll let him tire himself out before we start this shit.
All right, I'm open.
All right.
All right. So,
So,
Averjo and Molly.
Joe brings her in. Well, first, just so you know, I have a little friend for you to meet. If things go as they say tits up, there will be a safe zone in this area. And if somebody tries to follow us, I want to make sure that you get to know my associate so that she doesn't hurt you. Mary, if you would.
Molly kind of looks around, confused. Mary, is she like a pet, or like a cat or a dog?
Bart.
No. And I would refrain from saying that. She is, well, and he has sensed the unseen. He sees Mary over sitting by her chair, and then looks back over at Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Mary and Molly definitely is going to mess it up at some point. So,
No worries.
yes, she's a friend. She's a little bit hard to see at times because she doesn't like to be seen.
Oh, you say that like she's a ghost or something.
Not quite a ghost, but ghost parallel adjacent. Yes.
Oh, I was joking. You're actually serious.
Yes. It's a little arrangement. Mary, if you could at least let her hear your voice, that way she knows that I'm not bullshitting her, as well as, next time we talk, she doesn't get scared of you.
You have the aura of the other one, is what Molly hears in her ear, and Averjo would see Mary now at Molly's side, who shivers and kind of rubs her arms. Okay, hello Mary. Sorry to intrude. Nice to meet you. Mary looks at Averjo, cold, dead eyes, staring directly at him. Why is she here?
Well, we're going to be out and about today, and there's going to be a very big, dangerous thing that we're about to do. And I'm going to bring Molly here back to this place by the end of it. Hopefully, safe and sound. She's innocent, just like you were.
She kind of circles Molly again, who shivers again, rubbing her arms. Jeez, it's cold in here. I don't mean to intrude. Thank you for your hospitality. Mary floats back.
Everybody
her
take a shot and
chair.
drink on that one.
Mary sort of floats back. And just for a moment, out of the corner of Molly's eye, she sees this blood-soaked figure. And she jumps and clutches Averjo's arm. Okay, I believe you. I would like to leave.
Okay, here we go. And Molly, before we leave, and he gets down and he leans over to her. I don't know what is going to happen tonight, but I promise that I will protect you. I know your girlfriend's there. Well, we're not super close, but at least she's, for some reason, trusted me with your life. I will protect you, child. And if the things that you see tonight break and shatter that beautiful mirror that I see in front of me, I can take away what needs to be taken at your request.
Thank you. I'll take you up on it, maybe, depending on how this goes. Yeah. Let's
All right. Let's go back
go
out to
before I
Ophelia.
lose. Yeah, let's go before I lose my courage. And
Alrighty.
before Averjo leaves, he sees Mary floating in the center of the room, sort of flickering between how she once was and how she was in death. and she has sort of a sad smile on her face. And she says, "Protect her. She is innocent.
Yes.
She's doing a valuable service."
More than I can explain. So brave, these humans. I'm glad that our time on this planet hasn't seen our bravery and our ambition stifled. It is fascinating to see it throughout time.
She nods and then disappears.
Have fun. All right. Hey, Ophelia. I gotta talk to Molly. I showed her the place, so we're all good.
Ophelia's like looking Molly over and like,
You don't smell any spectral ooze, but she is a little bit her skin is a little bit cold, or she has goosebumps that she's trying to rub away.
And she like Ophelia like looks at Joe with a look of, "We'll talk about this later."
No problems at all. Is there anything you wanted to talk about before we leave, Ophelia?
Yes. And Ophelia takes like Molly's hands, just please. If anything at all goes sideways, you run.
I promise.
Don't think about me. Don't think about anyone else. Everyone else's priority right now will be to protect you. They can come back for me. They can't come back for you. You
Promise.
are to run. Yes, good. Good. And Ophelia gives like Molly a kiss on the forehead, just, and then like
Molly
shake.
just turns it into a deep, deep kiss.
Ophelia like returns it, but and then almost shakily, just like physically shaking, just all right, let's fucking do this. And she goes to her back to her like spot, and she kind of clutches her wrist of her shaking hand. Just, Marcus, I ask you this. What do you do when you're afraid not only to love, but to lose the ones you love?
Use it. Use your fear. Don't let it consume you. That fear that you hold dearly and deep down inside of you, you let that be your guiding force to make sure you protect everything you care about.
All right. Let's fucking catch this asshole.
All right. With that, Molly walked into the back of the Whispering Woods Lounge and then walked out the front, the book in hand, everyone in position, and pretended to get lost in the crowd. Soon, Rise noticed through his scope there was a particular man tailing Molly.
Hey guys.
Had,
Oh god, sorry.
he has the same hat and same mask from the grainy surveillance video of the previous attack that was acquired.
Average Joe. Molly's 6 o'clock. You see the guy with the hat and the mask? That's him.
Among the partygoers, the man doesn't look out of place, but Averjo, you get the sense that this man is not here to be part of the revels of the partying. He is dead set on following Molly.
And we watch as a comical skit unfolds with Averjo coming over and trying to convince him through matters of domination to follow him somewhere else. Yet it was broken and sundered, for the connection wasn't strong enough, and he just decided to follow and continue to stay right behind this person as they went and followed Molly.
The man became increasingly frustrated at Averjo. Raven, if you would like to pop in with the situation, you are more than welcome to narrate the Ripper.
Fuck off, why don't ya?
This is the scene where Averjo is harassing the man acting as a homeless man looking for money.
I didn't hear what they said.
They
I got
said,
nothing for ya, fuck off, eh?
Oh, I think you would love to follow me somewhere else, my friend. Come with me, and I would love to show you a place where all your desires will be met.
He looks him up and down. You're not my type.
No, I'm looking for
Anything
fortune and
easy.
fancy. Fair enough. Be on your way then, but no, you could have made some lucrative business tonight.
Not as lucrative as what I can do. And he kind of feed walks off, trying to lose him.
mm-hmm.
His eyes focused on Molly.
Molly darts through the various alleyways, moving towards the trap that was set with Ophelia and Marcus. After she's seemingly cornered, she turns to face the Ripper. You're him, aren't you? The one who killed the other girls.
Hi, pretty bird.
What do you want from me?
You got something that I want.
I don't have anything for you. Leave me alone.
Looks like the little birdie couldn't quite fly away.
As soon as she sees Averjo and Alistair at the other side of the alley, Molly cried out, "Now!"
Ophelia.
At that moment, Ophelia appears.
Knock, knock, open up the door. Who's...
The Ripper flies into the nearby wall as Ophelia punched him square in the chest.
What's this then?
Gotcha, motherfucker.
He
The
wipes
jig's up.
his
You can't.
chin.
The jig's
World
up.
star.
You can't hurt anyone anymore. You're caught.
Upsy daisy. Ophelia lifts them up and holds their arms out. Damn, you're a big motherfucker. And yet, here you are.
You're a strong little birdie, aren't ya?
I am anything but a little bird. I am far from little, unfortunately.
He eyes her like bulging arms, kind of surprised. And he attempts to pull away and kick her.
You're not getting out of here. We've got you right where we want you, motherfucker.
Fuck off.
I don't think I will. Now, you're coming with us. We have a few questions to ask you.
I ain't answering nothing.
Well then, that just makes things more fun for me.
The Ripper grins and puts his fingers to his lips.
But I thought I've got his arm. Would he just like whistle with like, shh?
Oh yeah, he chews his lip with a fang-filled grin and lets out a shrill whistle.
Ah, fucking! I was right there for that asshole.
If I might quote the Ripper, Raven?
Nevermore.
Yeah.
You fools don't know anything. And you really thought I'd come here without backup.
Ah, fuck! I already knew this was too. I thought this was too easy.
There is
You
a
idiots.
loud. There
You
is a
idiots
loud.
think that I would come alone?
There's a loud roar as a dumpster is suddenly thrown from the alley, and a grotesque creature that looks as if it's a pile of bodies, but it's melted like candle wax. Everything melted together, ghastly faces sticking out from skin. A monstrous roar and shriek fills the alley, and Alistair watches in horror as a vase bears down on the coterie. The vase is a Semichi-made war machine that's only purpose is for the Sabbat to point it at a target and let it go on a rampage.
What the fuck is that? So this is your backup, huh?
As soon as the creature appears, Ophelia ripped off one of the Ripper's arms and tosses him down as she squared up with the creature. Molly faints from fear and shock, and he begins to make a run for his trailer. But before he can, the vase takes a swing at Ophelia, slashing her chest and knocking her into a wall.
Marcus, focus on Molly. Get her out of here now.
Marcus takes a shot at the beast, but only wounds it.
I said, go after Molly now. Keep her safe.
The Ripper, seeing that his prize is leaving, starts to take off after Averjo to get Molly. Alistair, stuck in shock, observing this scene, staring at his knife, facing the scenario where he might actually have to take a life again. Rise, seeing this through the scope, takes a shot at the Ripper's knee.
No, you fucking don't. You stay down.
Oh, fuck!
Ophelia feels the panic rising. She doesn't believe that she can really fight a monster like this. After all, look at the size of it compared to her.
This is... No. Fuck. No. Fuck. What do? I can't fight this thing. I can't fight it. What the fuck do I do? God, you're pathetic. Look at you. You're stronger than this. You bow down and cower like a simple fucking creature. You aren't. You're more than that. You are the three of us. And yet you continue to fight us. You refuse to embrace all of us. You refuse to acknowledge what you're capable of. Can't. People will get hurt. That is what we're made to do. However, it is less of a... However, it is not the bullet that kills the person. It is the person with the intent. So point your intent at that beast and do not allow it to kill those you care for.
Ophelia unleashes what she fears the most. She unleashes the bronze bull. And with a mighty punch, she delivers a blow to the creature. The vase attempts to attack her back, but misses its next strike. Meanwhile, Averjo has taken Molly back to the trailer and lays her down to rest and reawaken. And then he turns his attention to the Ripper. At the moment, Marcus changes targets. Marcus takes aim at the Ripper.
Stay down. Like a damn dog.
That's offensive
I
to
ain't no
dogs.
dog. And I'm not gonna stay down.
Fine. Have it your way.
He aims and he fires at the same knee that Rise had shot moments before with the rifle. Alistair watches again in shock as the Ripper slows down. Averjo returns and flexes his power.
Avenue walks, runs over, wraps himself around this beast, takes out that beautiful shotgun right from under his belt behind his cloak, leaning down and unloading one nice end of buckshot right into its abdomen.
Fuck you.
The Ripper,
And
now dominated,
yes,
is forced to kneel, and his arm is blasted off. The remaining arm.
oh, duh, my apologies. I thought we were in a different part. So yes, that is what happens. Nothing what I said.
But with the Ripper now dispatched, he then turns to the monstrous creature, now on its last legs. He takes a mighty leap, fangs bared, and drains memories. Memories about its creation and its maker. Averjo witnesses the horrible process of creating the vase, the forced drinking of blood, the terror of vicissitude, the multiple minds screaming together, the souls entangled, and a face. The face behind the hands, the cruel, cruel hands that bound the flesh together. Alistair then notices a kerosene barrel at the foot of this mighty creature.
Rise.
Cough, cough.
Rise, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Do you see the kerosene barrel at the thing's feet?
I do. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Dance rave.
Blow that fucker sky high.
Will do. Everybody, get out!
Ophelia climbs up the beast and takes a huge chunk out of its neck. At the call to evacuate, Ophelia uses Blink, running backwards to get to cover, and everyone else, but Averjo, moves away from the beast. With a single shot, the beast is engulfed in flames, terrifying everyone nearby, but the creature is vanquished. After the dust clears, they all reconvene.
Well, Ophelia goes off on her own after ensuring Molly is good.
All right, hold on, let me see where it is. Yep. Ophelia trudges over and looks at Alistair, who steps aside, revealing the unconscious Molly. Ophelia stumbles over and gently cups her cheek, checking her vitals, and she relaxes before Rise suddenly shouts,
Where's Joe?
Ophelia trudges forward, clearing through debris, and eventually finds the charred skeleton of Averjo, hunched against a wall.
His shadow is made dust upon the wall that is behind him, almost like a Chernobyl shadow. And as it is picked up there, dust from all around the area flows as if it was fog flowing over the street in the middle of the night with your headlights on it, swirling up and reconstituting his body, having activated his unnatural constitution during that time.
Ophelia gently places a hand on like Joe to check on them.
Well, that was fun. Molly cool.
Ophelia stands up and just walks past everybody, like kind of stumbling away, fighting what is still trying to come out, but holding it back until she's away from the people she cares about.
Havergeau takes a few moments to heal while Alistair and Marcus stay behind in the alleyway. Something isn't right.
Alistair goes to look at the corpse of the Vost. Something
From
is...
what he...
Hmm?
Go on.
Something is gnawing at the back of his head. A confusion as to why this nondescript person came with such a fearsome beast at his heel.
Looking at the creature, Alistair can gauge that around 4 or 5, perhaps more, humanoid creatures, were grafted together into this shambling horror. But looking at the Ripper, something odd falls from his pockets. While that happens, Molly reawakens. She starts crying out of fear, panicking. Looking for Molly or Havergeau or Rise
Ophelia, you mean?
or Ophelia.
Rise will scoop down to pick up whatever fell out of the Ripper's pocket. And he'll look at it for a minute before putting it away as he hears Molly wake up and rushes over to her. Hey, you're okay. You got this.
What was that?
I think they called it a Vost. I don't really understand it, but it's gone. It's gone. We got rid of it.
So I was so scared. Where is he? Where's the Ripper? Where is he?
Tied up right here, and we're going to make sure that he's taken care of as well.
Where's Ophelia? Where's Havergeau?
Avergeau's right here. He's right beside you. See? He just needed a second. Got a little winded there, right, Avergeau?
Winded, yes,
Yes.
Winded as his left arm is still reforming itself from ash.
As long as his face is intact, Molly just grabs onto him and shakes and cries.
It's okay, my dear child. It's okay. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home.
All right. I
Home?
think I have some hot chocolate in the car. We'll just relax. I've got some warm blankets too.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to go right there. We just have to make a quick stop. But we'll just take some time in the car, and it will be all good, my dear. And he scoops her up and cradles her like a child, and walks over into the into his trailer.
Rise dragging the Ripper as well behind.
Rise holds up the... I should mention right now, at this point, sort of retcon, as Rise moves the body of the Ripper, they discover that there was a piece of detached skin in his pockets with various whirling tattoos that look very similar to something Avergeau recognizes.
Rise is kind of taking a look at it as he's tossed the Ripper's body in a corner somewhere. And then he, like, stops, looks around the trailer for Mary for a second.
Are
Or
you using Sense the Unseen? Do you have
Yeah.
Sense the Unseen?
Yes.
She's right at your face.
Oh, Miss Mary, a pleasure to see you again.
Is she hurt?
No, she is
No.
shaken, but she'll be good, I promise. There was hot cocoa, right, Avergeau, that was planned, and blankets, and movies, right? Movies?
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, the one thing I'm gonna miss is I don't even remember what the song I sang, but it was a good one. Oh well. He
It was a
sings her
lullaby.
a little. It was a lullaby that I made up on the spot that I don't remember, but
It was beautiful.
oh well. Hey, he sings her a beautiful lullaby, la 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 la,
Oh.
and sings her to sleep. Not sleep, but calm, and brings her a nice warm hot cup of cocoa. And basically, what are those blankets called that they give survivors in dramatic events?
Oh yeah, we use those at my job.
Blankets?
Yeah, the blanket of sorts. Yes.
It's like a
Yeah,
rescue
like a
blanket.
rescue blanket or
It's
something.
literally no, it
Rescue
literally is
blanket.
called a rescue blanket.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Gives her a rescue blanket, and then also I'm gonna add this. He pulled out like a very warm cardigan out from the closet that's very, very dusty, and just kind of beats it against the wall for a second and gives it to her. It's nice and warm. I know it's a little chilly in here.
Mary directs the both of you to sit her in her chair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Molly.
I know.
While that's happening, Alistair examine the body of the vase further. And now concerned, Alistair calls someone very specific.
Alistair takes his phone and contacts his sire.
See,
Lucrezia, we have a bit of a conundrum here.
even more than a conundrum that you have already told me of?
Vozd.
There is a very, very long pause, and you almost hear the phone drop. What?
We just encountered a Vozd.
You are certain?
Very. I am literally looking at a corpse of grafted things at the moment. I'm counting at least 5 or 6 bodies.
Take a sample of whatever tissue remains and stay low to the ground. This is an act of war by the Sabbat. If they have these at the ready, how was it defeated?
We managed to burn it with kerosene. Well,
Burn the rest of it before any mortals come by.
we have a cleanup crew on their way.
Good. Be careful, Alistair.
I will.
And she hangs up. Marcus, meanwhile, has called his own cleanup crew. And did we want to go over that or just gloss over?
Just gloss over. It's literally Marcus calling Ace and like, hey, we need to pick up.
All right. That happens, and both quickly leave to avoid being seen. Wolf, are you with us?
Hello? What? What's going on?
So I am going to be doing one more scene, but unfortunately, as both Sylvia and Jade are not with us tonight, I will just sort of gloss over what
Okay,
happened,
that's
but I can also have you do a quick little quip as Kingmaker.
well, if it's all the same with you, and if it's available, I'm more than willing to maybe set up like something between you, me, Jade, and Sylvia for like a quick little snippet scene sometime this week or whatever. Just add it in as just like an added scene.
Not a bad idea.
That is true. I
I'd feel
will
more comfortable
see.
doing that.
Yeah, let's do that. Addendum. We will add the scene that we are thinking of in this little snippet of a scene.
Insert
Alright.
cool scene here.
Yes. Now we wrap up in the trailer with Rise, Averjo, and Molly. Rise had spread out the detached skin on the table with the odd symbols on it, and Averjo recognizes it.
It's kind of like he's sitting in the passenger seat holding it up for Average Joe. You know what any of this is? It's on like skin. It was in his pocket.
You know, I think I might know, or at least I know the people who would know. Out of character, I don't remember specifically
Alistair.
about this. Yeah,
The
but I think
alchemical
Alistair.
tattoos.
Yeah, but I think Alistair had similar tattoos as well as other. Hey, do you mind if I hold on to this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if Alistair knows, we might be able to get some information from him as well.
I wonder. You know, let me just. And he puts it against his fang and kind of like indents a little bit into the skin, and then takes out. I'm getting tastes of. You know what? I have no clue. So never mind. Let's continue.
Gotcha. He like
What, did he just lick the
And-
skin?
Very leathery. I thought I would get some resonance from it, but no.
But you do know only one person who could do something like this. Who could remove a piece of skin.
The only person that I know would be Xavier.
Two artist?
Yes, the same one that gave me this little tattoo on my wrist. Hey, shit! I remembered it without even looking at it this time. That's an improvement. All right. Yeah, that is a weird improvement. Yeah, we can head over after we get Molly all home, and actually, it's probably sometime maybe next night.
Makes sense. Above board. I don't remember. Does Rise know about the skin removal thing, or has he only ever met Xavier as a tattoo artist?
He has probably heard tell.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know how shocked he needed to be, but I'll just let it go with that.
And then one important thing that was added that I wanted to make sure I got in the recap. Rise, they watched as when Averjo was unloading some of his equipment, putting things up and putting the file cabinet's just basically describing it. But Rise did notice at some point that some of the material and some of the equipment that he had, Rise had seen that before with the same equipment that some of the Second Inquisition has used.
Right. So, you've had quite a few run-ins, it looks like, with the Second Inquisition here.
Ah, yes. I think that's a story for another day. Not something I'm. Not a good memory.
Oh. I didn't mean to offend you.
Oh no! Reyes, you could never offend me. Well, you probably could, but I doubt you would. No, quite. I mean, between me and Mary, I think you know who you need to watch out for.
Well, he looks back at Molly and Mary. Yeah,
Mary is kind of hovering over Molly, who is still staring into her cup of hot chocolate, which she has not drank from.
I'm gonna try something. Wish me luck. And Rise will slide back towards Molly. Hey, you haven't had any. It's gonna cool down. Then it's just cool chocolate.
Yeah. I'm worried about Ophelia.
Yeah. Tonight was... that thing was a lot. But, don't you worry. Because Ophelia's got you, Ophelia's got me, Marcus, Alistair, Average Joe, Jade, Sylvia. Hell, I'm sure I could go on, but sake of time.
I thought I heard her scream or cry or yell before I fainted.
It was,
What
yeah.
was that thing?
I don't really know. I heard Alistair mentioned the name Vosd, but we don't need to worry about it anymore.
I don't want to bother Averjo with another memory.
Well, I mean, I could help with that.
She kind of looks up at you curiously.
It's not anywhere near as powerful as Average Joe is with his memory sucking? Whatever he calls it. But I could at least get rid of that creature that you saw.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Take my hands and look me in the eye.
She does, and she looks at the eye that is centered on your forehead. What color is this eye? Is it like his, or is it...
I would say in these kinds of scenarios, it's usually like his, but it perhaps gets tinted with like a purpley red almost.
It glows sort of a deep fuchsia color. And Molly's eyes reflect this glow, and her mind and her face seems to go blank. Though she still seems a bit in shock.
And we're breathing in as he uses Panacea as well, squeezing her hands, and out.
Nice.
How are you feeling?
She gives a weak smile up at you. Better. I have a killer headache, but It's nothing I can't handle.
Yeah. Sorry about the drawback to that one. But hey, maybe he like slides the hot chocolate back into her hands. Maybe the hot chocolate now?
She nods and takes a sip, and she looks. She kind of looks at her arm as if she felt someone touch it. Except she isn't cold. She watches as the cardigan slowly readjusts over her shoulder.
Guys will offer
Thank
a
you,
smile
Mary.
at Mary.
She gives a respectful nod to Rise.
He'll take it.
You protect her. But don't sit in my chair again.
Of course. My apologies. May I sit up front?
Yes.
He'll like nod to Molly. If you need me, I'm sure you can yell for me. We should be almost there though.
She nods and just sort of sips her cup.
Guys kind of like leans over the passenger seat, talking to Averajo again. Tell me we're almost there so I can get rid of this garbage.
We're right here. Just pulling
Excellent.
up on it.
I'll be back. As he like pulls out the instructions he received from Alistair. Okay. Round the back alley. Tulip. Cool. He'll grab the body and follow to the back alley.
Ah,
The
wonderful.
back alley.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, the back alley is guarded by a very large, beefy man who quickly steps aside as Tulip comes out of the door.
Ah, wonderful. You're right on time, Rise. Come in, come in.
He'll raise an eyebrow, but of course he, he says with a question mark in his head, probably knows Ophelia, and Ophelia's probably talked about them, so he lets it go and steps away after her. You must be Tulip?
Who else? Now, let's get this done quickly so you can get back to the little one in the back of the car.
Double eyebrow raised from Rise. Sure, as he swings the body that he'd been carrying over his shoulder into the chair. He's got a couple missing arms.
I could see that. We don't need him bleeding out on us. Donovan! And the man comes in. I need you to, seal these, please. And he begins to heat up like a brand. We'll take it from here. Now run along. They're waiting for you.
Of course. I will see you later.
But of course, behave yourself. And do tell Ophelia that we're now even.
Will do. He sends the quick text, Ophelia, you're even. Tulip. Until
And
head back out.
And that is where our story ended. But now, since we have time, we can add perhaps any new scenes that we want, unless you feel like it has come to an end.
I'm like half thinking it would be interesting to see if Reeves came back into the trailer and Averajo was actually feeding off of Molly.
Okay, I'll allow it.
My wife!
Let me adjust. And now it says not that one.
Yeah.
Recap
Molly
section.
sips. Molly sips her cup, quietly pondering.
It's
Looks
still-
up at Averjo's approach. Oh, hey. How are you?
It has been a long night. Yeah. How are you feeling, little one?
A little better. Rise talked with me and did something else. My head hurts.
Oh,
But
I think
I
I have some Aleve right next to. I think Johnny came by that one time and brought his stash of weed. I think he brought Advil with him too. So let me go see if I can find that.
Advil works fine. I don't think I could handle an edible right now.
Are you sure you don't want to scramble your brains up for 2 days?
I am positive that I don't need them scrambled and they already have been. I see what you did
there. Anyways, no, well, all right. Here, have some Aleve. No, I should ask. Hey, I'm sorry to ask this. While you sleep soon, do you mind if I take a little bit of off the top?
Oh,
The things that we fought tonight took a little bit from me.
yeah, of course. You're welcome to any time. Honestly, I think that might be what the doctor ordered. And she leans back and offers a wrist to you.
Thank you, my dear. Hi there. And he leans in and looks into her eyes and just memorizes her to just sleep for now.
She does. The cup carefully set aside before she falls into a deep, deep sleep.
And he leans in and he begins to feed, taking off 2 levels of hunger. That's probably when Reed comes in.
Door just opens. Oh god, that was the weirdest look. And he freezes. What are you doing?
One moment. Welcome back, Reese. How was your trip?
His hand is hovering over the drawers he knows that the hunter stuff is in. What happened while I was gone, Averjo?
Just got a little bit peckish. That's all. She's quite fine. I don't think there was anything of an issue. We're fine.
He'll pull his hand back from the drawer and go over and just gently checking Molly's pulse and stuff.
She's quite all right. I do not usually lose my composure. And tonight I was not so badly injured that it would cause me to do something I would regret.
He glances up. That's not badly injured?
No, not at all. That was, I really, out of character, he quite literally sustained no damage the entire trip. Yeah, just a little dusty, that's all.
Pulls Molly's hand away as he seals the wound then scoops her up and puts her in the bed and back. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you consider blown to smithereens, not a lot. He
It's
seems a
just-
little tense.
Yeah, it's. My mind feels a little bit better. And she took some leave, so damn, the pain in my knee is gone. That's nice. Yeah, why don't you come on up and we'll head out and continue driving. I'm feeling a little bit more elucidated tonight now.
He'll like slide up back into the passenger seat.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
Dusty. I mean, I
I'll
guess
just,
I get the reference or reasoning that you say that, but really gotta know, is it age?
I mean, in some senses, yes. You'll grow older. You'll be, just like a child grows older, and they become stronger, sharper until they don't. That we just kind of keep going up. But no, that is a blessing that was cursed upon me by the faith, those of faith. And, really? I don't usually remember that. The Tremere helped,
They did?
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that, how familiar are you with Milkavians? Out of curiosity.
I wasn't given a history lesson on anything when I was turned, if that gives you any indication. I mean, I just learned about, my clan and Alistair's clan's history.
Yeah, I don't remember hardly much of that at the moment. The moment? Yeah. I like your little eye, though. It's pretty. I saw it at work.
He, like, pulls his hair down over the eye. Didn't think I would need a hat today. It wasn't gonna be
So,
on the streets.
you ever notice how I don't, I still don't understand why Ophelia wanted me to be the one to hide, but I don't know if she's even observant of me at times. I'm not, unlike the rest of my clan, I don't have the ability to hide in the shadows, to hide from anybody. It was burned from me.
Burned. I thought it was just because you were, holds up his hand above himself. Giant.
To be fair, I do have a little bit of a tall. I was always, in another lifetime, I'd be one of the best basketball players ever. Tried it once. Kind of fun. It's weird to watch people see somebody dunk on them that usually are twice their size. God, I digress. No, oh man, tonight is a good night for information. You caught me in a good time. No. Do you notice? You know the Nosferatu, yes?
Well, Rise will chuckle a little. I've heard the name drop, obviously, and Ophelia has said that they're quote-unquote ugly old bastards.
Ugly old bastards. You know what? That's correct. Great hearts usually, but yes, not definitely not a thing that you can look at and not cringe sometimes.
Gotcha.
No, but the specific fact of certain bloodlines keep them hidden. I had that, and those of faith in the Inquisition, mixed with help from the Tremere, if I remember correctly. Was it the Banu King? No, I think it was I'm pretty sure it was the Tremere. Helped burn the shadows to unobfuscate me from the world so I could never hide from them again, and replaced it with this. And he extends his hands, and you watch as the last bits of his arm are still not fully solidified, and as he brushes into the fuzzy dice that are in the mirror, you see the flesh on part of his hand that is still kind of formed, just turns to dust. And it's just the bones there for a second before the dust kind of reforms onto it.
Whoa. Like a mummy.
Well, I do bury myself on a rare occasion, so could do that. Wrap me in some paper towels would be funny.
Rise will
Next
kind
level.
of glance back at the places where he knows that the Second Inquisition stuff is kept, and he rethinks it now. So is that you must hate them. Is that a collection of people that you've killed?
No. No. I mean, some are keepsakes at that time. I think that's enough story time for tonight. Maybe ask me another night. But I'll tell you this. If you ever verse a Tremere, one of great power, you must be very careful of their arms, because they can turn you into cinders and burn the powers that you have away from you. So
Sounds
keep your eyes out.
he moves his hair again in front of his eye, kind of embarrassed. Yeah, that sounds sounds scary. I mean, it's making you human but not, I guess. Obviously. Looks up and down Averjo. More not, unfortunately.
Well, time goes on. Well, we're almost there. It was a pleasure talking to you. Let's get Molly a nice place to rest so that big boss lady doesn't try to murder a whole hobo.
She may do that tonight anyway. We'll see. And he'll swing around to head to Molly first before Averjo.
Molly is still fast asleep. None the wiser.
Gentle scoop up. Alright, come on, Molly.
As you walk up to Broken, where is Ophelia?
Ophelia, is currently clenching her chest, and her body as billows of steam come off of it. Her mind starting to constrict. She's losing control, and she's trying to find a worthy hunt before she loses control.
You find someone.
And it isn't her usual walking up, giving them a chance to not have to do anything. It's to someone that sees them. It's almost as if it's just a blur, just and it's just a visceral beat down.
You consume and you consume until the rage that wells in your heart is silenced.
She slowly stands up and just fuck.
You stare at this body. You don't know who this is. You don't know what they did. You don't know what their transgression might have been. It could have been no transgression. You just saw, took, consumed, killed. And you gain a stain on your humanity.
Just then now she finally, with shaking hands, checks her phone.
There is a few messages from the group checking in, saying they'd gotten home, from Rise saying that that Molly had been dropped off and safe, and a message from Molly that says, "Don't be upset with Averjo. I gave him permission to," and the message trails off.
Ophelia reads that, and she slowly starts to squeeze her phone before stopping herself. Just you get one, Joe. You get one. She puts her phone back into her pocket and then slowly starts to make her way home. When she eventually gets back, she opens the door, and first thing she does is just wash her hands in the sink. The blood leaking off of it, oozing off. Just after she's done, she dries her hands and goes to check on Molly.
You are greeted by Rise, resolutely sitting on the couch.
Hey.
He's kind of looking you up and down.
She, how is she?
Sleeping. I was able to get rid of the creature, but after she sleeps, the headache should be gone.
Good.
You?
I'll survive. I'll survive. Always have.
He's kind of just staring at her.
What?
I'm asking, are you good? He kind of like glances over at Molly and then back to Ophelia.
Ophelia looks like she's about to go to say that she's fine, but then also looks at Molly and just... No, I'm not.
With Rise, not threatening, but Rise will get up and put his body between where Molly's sleeping and Ophelia as just kind of a like, if you aren't good, I will hold you. Giving her the chance to like figure things out.
Ophelia kind of subconsciously just and like snarls at Rise.
So we'll stare back and you'll see that he still doesn't have his hat and he has his hair brushed to the side this time.
She like clenches her fists and just... Did she see me?
No. But she did hear you cry out.
As long as she didn't see. Ophelia will walk past Rise and just kneel next to Molly, gently stroking her hair.
Rise will kind of smile and you hear he's specific about it. He uses and he's loudly almost walking towards the door to kind of again give the "do you need me to stay?"
Rise.
He stops.
I'm here. I'm here, but I don't know if I'm here.
He turns away from the door and looks at her. I brought stuff, if you need.
Can you stay? At least just for tonight.
He'll cheekily go back over to the couch and she sees him reach behind it and he just pulls out a pillow and blanket that he had stuffed back there, putting it on the couch. Yeah, I think I can.
No, not. And she kind of is like, not you there. I can't trust myself with her, not right now.
Okay. So and he motions to the couch. Here?
Yes.
Okay. You know the door is gonna stay open though, right?
I'll shut it. I'll shut it.
No, it's not a question. As weird as it sounds, you know that we work well on scent. Smelling her is gonna be good for you. As creepy as it says to say that out loud.
I know, but I can already smell Joe on her, and after everything he's done already, I don't want to react negatively.
I'll be between you and her, so you'll also he like thinks to himself, you'll also smell me, I guess, which is weird, but hopefully it's a less threatening smell.
How much time does she have before like sunrise?
I'd say 3 hours.
She's just let me take a shower, get my mind straight, and I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay. He'll like sit on the bed next to Molly. Food's in the fridge. I made sure to get some for you.
I already ate. holds like one of her arms starts to shake, and she like roughly grabs it with the other to like stop it.
Well, that meal didn't seem good for the mind, so there's good mind meals in the fridge.
Yeah. And she goes into the bathroom, and she gets into the shower, and she just kind of stands with her head against the wall, letting the water pour over her.
The adult disassociation shower.
Yeah. She just...
I will ask, because I don't feel like doing a remorse check. I don't feel like bringing up character sheets right now, so roll a d10.
Alright, give me a second. D10. Dice bot. Come here, you sexy dice bot. Oh.
We don't have a traditional dice bot in here.
How
I
could
can-
this
You
happen
need to get
to
a physical
me?
dice.
I made my mistake.
I got it.
Thank you. I have so many dice.
Oh my god, there's so many goddamn things in the channel.
You feel deep remorse for what you did. For choosing just a random target off the street and catching and killing. You vaguely remember something. He was yelling, but you still feel guilty for killing over such a minor transgression. Your humanity remains, and the stain is removed.
And she just... Okay. And she turns off the water, dries herself, and like gets kind of redressed back up and steps out. It's probably about 30 minutes later.
Rise hasn't moved. Basically an inch. She's just sat there at the edge of the bed to kind of get the sense going of what he thinks is best, but is willing to move if Ophelia wants.
Ophelia then like steps out and just... You said there's stuff in the fridge.
Yeah. I heard it was some pretty good stuff. I don't know myself, but hey. I trusted the guy.
She goes to the fridge and just opens it up. She's not hungry at all, but still, you know, she checks.
You see several large, fresh-looking beef hearts and a note. You owe me one. Big Fred.
And she sets the note back in the fridge and just takes one of them and just...
It's cold and slightly bland, but it sits better in your stomach than what you had eaten before.
Thanks.
Anytime.
I think I'll sleep next to her tonight.
Works for me. He'll like stand up and go over to the couch, fluffing his blanket.
Ophelia just kind of gets into the bed, turns off the light, like spoons Molly and just kind of holds them close in a like a tight but not crushing grip, and until they are pushed to sleep, pushed to death, I guess I should say, by the sunrise. She does nothing but whisper loving messages and sweet nothings into Molly's ear the entire time.
Molly sort of twitches and mumbles in her sleep, but quietly settles in. You do smell the remnants of Averjo. She's still wearing a dusty cardigan that reeks of him. But you are surrounded in a familiar place. She is yours first and foremost.
Just
Your blood beats through her veins.
all right. If we are able to, and pass it off to someone else, because I gotta get my Rada. She's gotta get my. I gotta get my laundry.
Rada.
All right. I'm gonna mute, but I'll still be able to hear everything. I'll just be muted. Race it.
Have fun.
Honestly, I can't think of anything else unless Marcus, you wanted to do anything.
I was thinking maybe me and Alistair could have a moment.
Absolutely.
Cut back to when everyone was leaving.
Yeah, we'd still be at the scene.
Yeah.
To make sure the cleanup was done.
Alistair, give it to me straight. What do you know about this thing? And he kind of kicks the dead bodies, waiting for the cleanup crew.
I only know what I came across in my research at my time at the Chantry. These are basically war constructs created by the Zimichi. If this was sent by the Sabbat, this isn't just a regular raid.
War constructs. Fascinating. Can we get a break? Like, genuinely. Okay.
I couldn't even do anything in that fight. Just stood there frozen like a fucking rat in the corner.
But you're safe. That's what matters.
I feel like I should be doing something to just research and recon, but I don't want to give in to this. I know being a kindred means that killing is part of our lives. But how do you justify killing when your entire life has been nothing but murder and bloodshed?
For as wise as you are, you tend to miss out on a lot of things. Have you heard the old saying about the pig that rolls in shit?
I beg your pardon?
Okay. For the old saying goes, though the farmer could never understand why his pigs stood in filth and dirt their whole life, He never changed order. I know it sounds weird, and it definitely is weird. But in a sense, people who only know death, destruction, and bloodshed are stuck only to fulfill death, destruction, and bloodshed. They don't know anything different, and it's very hard to break a habit like that.
So you're saying I was born to kill?
Not you. You are much more than a weapon, much more than a killer. I've seen you, seen what you can do. You are a good friend, an amazing researcher, and you personally have so much more to give that you are not giving your own self credit for.
I don't want to
You
be
know
sitting
that,
on the
right?
sideline. I don't want to be sitting on the sidelines forever, but there's a part of me that yearns for blood, and it frightens me.
Alistair, amigo, compadre, no matter what, you always have a group of people who are going to stand there by your side. You don't need to have all the answers right now. I never have any of the answers at any given time of the day. Honestly, half of the things I do is just flying by the seat of my pants. But though you have that tendency, you're holding it back, which is more than most can say. I was a soldier before this whole life. I know death, destruction, bloodshed. I have spent many years of my life learning to do something else. I got into business management. But it's something you can figure out. Something you can learn soon.
Flying by the seat of my pants, huh? Is that your
Always.
campaign slogan?
Sadly, no. The thing for me, though, a lot of the time when planning is thrown about, premeditated is heard in the courtroom. So, you kind of just have to go with the flow of things. I know that's not much coming from me.
Ironically,
What's
it is enough. I know I don't speak much about myself, but before I even took on this mission, the Chantry was all I knew. Ever since I breached the masquerade in my neonate years, I was kept under lock and key, under constant watch, because they feared that I would kill again and ruin their reputation. It took me a century just to get their trust back. And to be thrown into a situation where I have no choice but to kill or be killed just for the sake of killing, not just survival. That's the thing that frightens me. Because I know that I'm capable of it. More than capable. Like, you have your specialties, Ophelia has... I've been thrown into a pool of sharks and forced to swim.
Amigo, as hard as you've had it, and in the situation that you are thrusted into, look at where you are still standing. You are still here. Though the night may not be as beautiful when you look up into the stars, your life has so much meaning and purpose. You have done so much in such little time.
Honestly, before I even set foot in New Orleans, I didn't know who I could trust. And yet I feel that you guys are more transparent than my own damn clan is. You don't hold any mystery, you don't hold any secrets. And what secrets you do hold to your chest is viable. And yet, you're the craziest and most brazen assholes I've ever met.
Flattery will get you everywhere with me.
I mean that. I mean that in a good way.
I know. Don't let your history define you. If you don't like the hand you were dealt, throw away the deck and make a new one. Have I told you much of my past?
No, but given Rise's screaming from the rooftops earlier, I think I can get the gist.
Outside of my days in World War II, when he gestures to himself, this happened. A lot happened to me. I was in a constant state of kill or be killed. Not running from one hunter or another. I was constantly mixed up in mafia violence. Whether that was in Italy, Russia, Mexico, Germany. That one was wild. I was always in a situation where it was kill or be killed. It's not very good for your mental state of being. I do not wish that life on any enemy of mine. But I had to make my opportunities. Here you are gifted an opportunity. You're here with us, people who understand what it's like to be used, hurt, and thrown away. We might be nuttier than squirrel poo, but in this life, I've never felt more safe or seen.
Well, if we don't do something about this vase, that life may be cut short.
Exactly.
You
Go ahead.
you mentioned Azamichi.
Hmm.
Is he trustworthy?
I trust my Michi. Yes.
As just we get this, holds the vial of flesh in his hand to him to find out exactly who created it and if we can stop any more from coming.
That is actually a brilliant idea, and not one I thought of myself. But, and Marcus would turn to look to the sky. Dawn is afoot, and my men should be here. Boom. Now. They got this. Let's get to our havens, and we will check in with the Xavier tomorrow.
Right. Don't suppose I can lift back to the campus?
I got you. My car's around the corner. Let's get going. And as Marcus kind of leads out of the alley, he walks over to Ace and he's like, Fuego. Ash. Understand.
Comprende.
Good. Amigo, all you. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Adios.
And with that, Marcus.
Any
would
other
leave.
scenes?
Yep.
I think we're good. I think that's a good place to
Yeah.
end it.
Yeah.
Nice.